And that brought up even more sadness, right? And I'm crying and I'm going, well, how did we get here? And all of a sudden, this voice in my head says,
"This is the deep dive with Adam Roa."
And then comes this ayahuasca ceremony. And I wasn't even really, I wasn't going into the ceremony having anything to do with this relationship. But at a certain point, after my third cup of medicine, I was sitting there meditating, and this woman just firmly pops into my experience. Like I can feel her presence there. And in that, I begin to cry. I begin to sob, like deep, deep mourning of how the question, like, how did we get here? How did something that was so powerfully, like, all-consuming, how can a love so deep lead to a place where we, like, can barely even talk to each other now? Like, how did that happen? And I'm sobbing and I'm mourning, and then I begin purging and throwing up into this bucket, and I'm seeing all of these timelines flash before my eyes of the realities that I had some level in my unconscious attached myself to without even realizing it. Like us having children together, us, touring the world to get, like, all of these things that I hadn't even really consciously spent much time thinking about, but they existed back there in my unconscious. And I'm releasing them, right, through my crying and through my throwing up. And as I'm releasing this, I'm brought back to the moment that I see her for the first time and the moment that we meet. And like, you can see the smile on my face right now if you're watching the YouTube video, but it was magic. It was there was never a time in my life that I had experienced anything quite like that. So out of body, very much like someone took over the controls and was like, you need to go right up to this woman right now and meet her. And that brought up even more sadness, right? And I'm crying and I'm going, well, how did we get here? And all of a sudden, this voice in my head says, would you have rather you never met her? And that shifted everything. Because in that moment, I realized that I would choose that path 10 out of 10 times, 100 out of 100 times. Because I am a better person because of that relationship. I am a better human. I am a better artist. I am a better lover. I am a better partner. I am better in basically every conceivable way because of that relationship. So if I would choose that path every single time, what that means is that I got to live the best possible choice of my soul. Like, that's what my soul would have chosen every single time if given the choice. I got to live my dream. And just because it ended in a way that I didn't see coming, just because it ended in a way that hurts and is sad in a lot of ways, that does not mean that it wasn't aligned with my dream life.